Hi Eps, I'm Elle. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm excited to do this new vlog because we will make learning fun through a game. And so I have here cards with me, wherein the words in these cards are terms used in real estate. So, I'm very excited for this. I hope you too. But before everything else, please do like, share, and subscribe this channel, especially if you are into real estate investing. Let's start! Okay, let me put it this way. I think it is better if I justify both words so that you can understand better the advantages and the disadvantages of both. Is that okay with you? Good. Let's begin. Condo versus house and lot. Okay, let me justify both. Okay, I think condo is much preferred, especially if you want a city living, if you want to be near something like, for example, your work is near a hospital. Let's say, for example, like although I don't know if there's a condo there nearby, but probably there is in St. Luke's Hospital. Let's say you're working there and you're looking for a property that is nearby. I think what you can get on that area might be a condo rather than a house and lot. And the pricing is more reasonable to own a condo there than a house and lot, because those prime areas prices are definitely of high value. So a condo is a much preferred type if you are in a city life or if you have a city life. Condominium is a preference, especially if you want a city living. House and lot, of course, especially Filipinos, wants to have their own house and lot. Me personally, I think it is best to have a house and lot. What's great with house and lot is you own not only a space, because in condo, you'll just own a space. Although you have the title, you have almost the same privilege as of the house and lot. The only difference is you don't have a lot. You don't have the land. You don't own the land there, only the space. And so owning a house and lot means you own a land and a house. That's the advantage of a house and lot. But when it comes to pricing, you should know that house and lot is of much value than of a condominium. So it's much pricey than a condo actually. So if you will ask me which of both, I'll probably go with a house and lot, especially if it has a great deal. Single detached and single attached. To those who are not yet familiar with these terms, these are used in subdivisions, house and lot. So when we say single detached, it means that the house is not attached to the lot area, to the edge of the lot area. So like this. That's the example of a single detached. But when we say single attached, it means that the house is attached or it maximizes the lot area. So this is how it looks like. If you will ask me which is better, a single detached or a single attached, it really depends. Especially if you want to maximize a space, a single attached is good. But then, if you are living in a subdivision that is like townhouses, wherein the possibility of being nearby each other, I think a single detached is much better so that you will have better space or a lot of space. Let's say, for example, for your parking, or if you are into gardening. If you are into gardening, a single detached is a much preferred kind of house and lot for you. But if you want to maximize the space of your house, single attached is a much preferred one, because you will maximize every space and you will attach your whole house within the lot area, especially if the lot area is just too small. But if I were to ask which of the two, I would probably go for single detached. Why? I love gardening. I love to have more space outside. Pre-selling or RFO? Okay. Pre-selling is you will buy the property on a time that nothing is built yet and the company is just marketing it first. Normally, pre-selling could be both on house and lot and on condominiums. So the advantage with pre-selling is that the price on this time of the property is lower. If you want to know what the lowest price is, you can check my other video because I explained there, my very first video, I explained about the introductory price and this pre-selling price. For the pre-selling, the price is cheaper on this time, but you will not see any physical improvements on the property yet, especially if under developers. As for the RFO, or known as the Ready-for-Occupancy, the advantage for the RFO or Ready-for-Occupancy is you can move in right away because it's either the condominium or the unit are already built. If for the house and lot, the house is already built too, and you can move in right away. That's the advantage for the Ready-for-Occupancy unit. The disadvantage though is the price. Since you can already move in or you can use the unit or the property right away, the price is already high at this time. So let's go back. If you will ask me between pre-selling and RFO, I would love to buy in pre-selling if I'm not in a hurry to move in. But if I want to move in right away or if I want to use the property right away, I would love the RFO. But as for me, being an investor, I love to buy during pre-selling. So pre-selling. Studio or one bedroom? For a studio unit, this is a unit wherein there's no division for the room. This means that upon entering the unit, you will see the overall of the unit and it's totally bare. You can only see the sink if it is provided, or the kitchen sink or the cabinets and the comfort room. But there's no division for the living room and bedroom. That's the studio unit. As for the one bedroom, this has division with the living room and the bedroom, which means you can have a privacy with your living room and bedroom. And in others, they turn their living room into another room. So a one bedroom has division, a studio unit has not. Another difference is studio units are much cheaper than a one bedroom unit. If you will ask me, what will I choose between a studio unit or a one bedroom unit? Being a real estate investor, I will choose a one bedroom unit. Not only because you will have a privacy, but because you can make it into a two-room type, especially if you want to make it an Airbnb or for rental business. So I would go for one bedroom. No balcony or with balcony? No balcony units can be applied both in condominiums and in house and lot. Normally, this kind of units will depend upon your budget. So if your budget is very tight but you want to have a unit in condominium, normally people will get a unit with no balcony. Whereas people who wants to have a beautiful view or a peek into a view in their unit, especially in condominium, also in house and lot, most probably they will prefer the with balcony, and especially those who are smokers. And so, if you will ask me, being a real estate investor, I would definitely go with the balcony. Why? Especially in condominiums. If you will use the unit for Airbnb or for rental business, most clients want to rent, or this is an edge of your unit if you have a balcony. Because most renters, especially those who wants to smoke, will definitely get a balcony type unit. On top of that, some renters wants to relax as well in the unit. Most of them wants to have something with the view and with a balcony. Normally, with rental units, with balcony is much preferred by renters. So, I would definitely go for with balcony. A little intermission, guys, because the next clips, oh my god, I don't know, but please don't be distracted with my bangs. Because when I reviewed this video, I really got distracted with my bangs. So this is a warning. So this is a warning. Please don't get distracted with my bangs. Just concentrate on things that I will say and on the words that I will impart with you. Let's just have fun. And it's okay whatever you will say with my bangs later on in the comment section. I really love to have comments with these videos. But I'll just warn you right now. Because I'm definitely distracted with it. Pag-IBIG or bank. This is in terms of the financing of your property. Actually, both have advantages. They have almost the same advantages. Okay, let's go first with Pag-IBIG. In Pag-IBIG, as of now, because before it's different, as of now, it almost have the same interest rate as of the bank. They're almost on the same level, but a little much lower than in banks. For example, right now, they are offering 6% interest rate, wherein in some banks actually offer that same too. It depends. And for Pag-IBIG, the only disadvantage with Pag-IBIG is the documentation and processing. Sometimes it takes longer than usual. Aside from the length of processing or approval, they require a lot of documents rather than in bank. And you must be a Pag-IBIG member. I will put here the full list of your requirements if you want to loan in Pag-IBIG. Again, the advantage is Pag-IBIG offers a little lower interest rate rather than a bank. But the disadvantage is the processing and documentation takes longer. For the bank financing, as I have mentioned earlier, they have a little higher interest rate than Pag-IBIG. Most of the banks offer 7% or higher interest rates. As for the documentation and approval, it is much easier to transact on banks, especially those banks that are already partnered with your developer. As for the requirements in loaning with a bank, here are the list. If you will ask me what to choose between Pag-IBIG or bank, I would go for the bank. Because although their interests are a little higher, but then they have promos, or from time to time they give fixed rate for several years, and some banks approve a loan of the full amount that you need. But then, I have also mentioned in my previous video, I will put a link here, about the term called loan difference. Loan difference can happen either in Pag-IBIG or in bank. So just be mindful about that. I will still choose bank if ever for home loan. And we're done. How about you? I would like to know your preference in each of those words that I have showed you so far. Please do comment. I would love to know your preference too. If you think I have imparted a good knowledge to you right now about the terms in real estate, you can share this to a friend who might need this to understand, especially those who are first-timers in real estate investing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and I really do pray that this video will reach those who need to understand those terms that I have shared to you right now. Please do like, share, and subscribe. You can also follow me in my socials here. Thank you so much for watching. See you on my next vlogs.